Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void were prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
There's a lot of heart in it. There's a good message.
Is there a lot of heart in it?
I think there's a lot of heart.
Okay, all right.
There's lots of big boobs, but there's a lot of heart, you know?
Heart and big boobs go hand in hand, you know? Whoa, that was a weird joke.
Oh my God.
I didn't even mean to make that. That was not the joke I was implying there.
Okay, I knew what you meant, and it also took me a second to get what you actually said.
Welcome to the Rom-Com Rewind Podcast.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Devin.
And like you, I love rewatching movies over and over again.
You've joined us here. You probably love romantic comedies. Otherwise, you've found yourself in a very weird place. We love romantic comedies.
So this is a show where we rewatch rom-coms, break them down a bit for you, maybe take a peek behind the curtain, dig beneath the surface, and decide, does it still hold up?
Today we rewatch
The House Bunny.
And if you're listening to us on Spotify, as always, please follow, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, leave reviews wherever you can. We love to read them, and they help more people find us. And as well, if you have any burning questions or thoughts about our podcast, you can get at us at Romcom Rewind on Instagram and TikTok. Like Addie did, she reached out on Instagram. This one almost genuinely, I almost teared up here.
No, he did tear up.
Okay, all right. We can't be less than a minute into the podcast with already having a weep warning.
Yes.
A mild weep warning, okay? Addie said, I was never a podcast person. I've tried so hard to get into them, but I was always bored. Paused them and never came back to them. TRCR, that's us, by the way. We have an acronym
We have an acronym.
now.
It's
I never
super
noticed.
cool.
The Rom-Com Rewind is TRCR. How did she come up with that before us?
I know. I love it, though.
She said, I binge your podcast like Netflix. I put them on while hubby and I work, and it makes us both so happy. I'm not bragging or anything, but he is Devin to my Sarah. Thank you so much for each and every episode. I'm so happy I will be able to participate in What's Your Favorite Podcast conversations. Because of your show, I can finally say that there's one podcast I love. Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
He might be tearing up again.
Shut up, okay? I actually am. Jesus.
Thank you so much.
Thank God we don't have an emotional movie. That is not setting the theme for what you will be hearing for the rest of the pod, because The House Bunny is a 2008 American romantic comedy film directed by Fred Wolf. He's been a part of a lot of comedies that kind of feel like this one, like Grown Ups 2, Without a Paddle, Little Nicky, Joe Dirt.
Oh, I'm sensing a theme here of who's the production company.
It is Happy Madison Productions.
Wow, Adam Sandler.
I think all those, yeah,
yes.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
The House Bunny is the story of Shelley Darlingson, played by, and I messed this up for a lot of my adult life, Anna Faris, correct?
Yes.
It's not Anna Faris.
No.
She is a Playboy bunny. She lives in the Playboy house with Hugh Hefner and all the other Playboy bunnies, but dun dun dun, Shelley ends up getting kicked out of the house, and on a journey of discovering her next place in life, she comes across this college with sorority houses who have house mothers. I didn't know it was a thing, by the way.
No, I didn't know that was a thing.
And Shelley realizes, hey, I could be a house mother of this particularly crappy, unpopular, soon-to-be closed-down sorority. She also maybe finds a love story along the way and a man named Oliver. That's kind of your tee up for House Bunny. By the way, a few of the main actors in this I should mention, because there are some goodies. Kat Denning is in it.
Yes.
Kat Dennings, excuse me. Emma Stone, they're both sorority sisters. And the guy, Colin Hanks, is Oliver. What are your thoughts on the House Bunny?
For the past 9 years, Shelley has ruled the mansion.
Hi, Hep. Hi, girls.
Hi, Shelley. Looking good.
But today, she's about to get a wake-up call.
They're kicking me out.
Maybe it's because of your age.
But I'm 27.
But that's 59 in bunny years.
I don't have anything. I don't know what to do.
You need a job.
Yeah.
This summer,
It looks like a bunch of little Playboy mansions.
she's looking for a place to call home.
Do you ladies go to school here too?
We're the house mothers of the sororities.
This would be perfect for me.
This is not a brothel.
Oh, I'm not looking to make soup.
Try Zeta. Their last house mother was hospitalized with hallucinations.
Awesome.
Now,
Hello?
sometimes when you need help,
How can we be so smart?
So yeah, my thoughts. Overall, this movie, I don't want to admit it, but like, I enjoy it. You know, I don't want to admit that I enjoy it, but I
guilty pleasure?
do. Well, I mean, it's not like top 5 best movies you've ever seen kind
No.
of thing, right? So, not that it's bad, but you know, it's enjoyable to watch. It's silly. You know, there's big names. There's a lot of heart in it. There's a good message.
Is there a lot of heart in it?
I think there's a lot of heart.
Okay, all right.
There's lots of big boobs, but there's a lot of heart, you know?
Heart and big boobs go hand in hand, you know? Whoa, that was a weird joke.
Oh my
I
God.
didn't even mean to make that. That was not the joke I was implying there.
Okay. I knew what you meant, and it also took me a second to get what you actually said.
I did not mean to say that. This movie, I agree, though. It really is the vibe of like a much simpler time of movies when this style of comedy
Yes.
was so popular.
Huge.
There were so many of them just from the year of this movie alone, 2008. Don't Mess with the Zohan came out.
Okay, yeah.
Semi-Pro came out. Disaster Movie, Get Smart, Tropic Thunder, Role Models, Zack and Miri Make a Porno. It was a time where everyone wanted to laugh and everything
Yes.
was funny.
And that was
You
the
know?
comedy, right?
Yeah.
Like it was the type of comedy that wasn't deep wit, like it wasn't deep humor. It was just really surface, like
You don't need to think too hard about these
No.
jokes, guys. It's all
No.
on the surface.
yeah.
And the House Bunny, like, this is a solid movie. I think you're right.
Not Academy Award winning by any means, but
No.
it was like a feel good movie, you know? It was
It's easy and
It
fun.
is.
There's not a ton of depth to the character, but like I don't really care because it's just easy laughs. I also found they tried to cram every single joke into this movie. Like, you know how you watch a Will Ferrell movie blooper reel, like Anchorman, and you catch scenes where they tried like 5 or 6 or 7 jokes that were all different from the one that actually landed in the movie. I think the opposite happened here. They did all the jokes and they're like, well, let's leave them all in.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and maybe half of them will land. And that's kind of like, honestly, there were more funny jokes than there were not funny jokes. So
Definitely, yes.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, Anna Faris in this actually, I don't know if you ever watched Scary Movie 3
Yes.
in 2003.
Okay.
She was Cindy in it, and her character kind of reminds me of the character she played as Cindy in Scary Movie 3. She was really not bright, you know, not the sharpest tool in the shed. Just in the way she acted. Actually, she was in Scary Movie 2, and Scary Movie 3. So, yeah, it just reminded me a lot of her role. Anyway.
Anna Faris, I don't know if this is a compliment to her, but she can deliver the most idiotic, deadpan, just
Yes.
stupid lines to perfection. She nails that
She
kind of
does.
comedy. Like,
She
you're a
does.
moron, and she just nails the line.
Yeah, she sells it.
She
like
sells
you
it.
and you buy. Like you are bought.
And I'm sure she's an extremely intelligent woman, but she
Definitely.
can nail those, like, oh, you're so annoyingly dumb kind of lines.
Yeah.
So this is a Happy Madison movie, and we start out at
Yes.
the Playboy Mansion. Shelley
Yeah.
is a Playboy bunny.
She is a Playboy bunny, and like Hugh Hefner is in the movie.
A lot.
Like the real Hugh Hefner.
That's him.
And his girlfriends, the 3 at the time. Like
No, I don't want to tip my hand too much, but the thing that tipped me off was that Kendra Wilkinson was
Well,
also
yes.
in this movie. Okay,
Yeah.
good. You know who that is
yeah.
too.
That's what
Oh,
I mean. His 3
good.
girlfriends, like they were his girlfriends in real life were in the movie.
I thought you were going to be like, what a slob, Devin. How do you know Hugh Hefner's
No,
girlfriends?
I mean like, but as I was watching the movie, I was like, oh yeah, I'm like, she's a Playboy bunny. Like, is Hugh Hefner actually in it?
Kendra Wilkinson was fairly popular, like outside of stuff. I want to highlight a few of the Shelley lines that just come off so deadpan stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Near the beginning of the movie, they're asking if she's ever been a centerfold.
Oh my god.
And she said, being in a centerfold just says, I want to be naked in the middle of a magazine.
I had that written down too.
Oh, yeah?
Because I was just like, this is the most ridiculous thing. Is being a centerfold like the highest honor for a Playboy bunny?
I'm sure it is. But, like, I also want to talk about, isn't it weird that I think Playboy is it obsolete now? Does it even exist?
Well, so
Those magazines must exist, but it's not the
I'm
same.
sure they do. But yeah, like I feel like it was during this movie or around this time period, I feel like, you know, the whole Playboy bunnies thing was coming to an end. Like you have to think, like the heyday before this was, you know, they were still selling magazines. Magazines were on a decline at that point. Like everything was free on the internet.
And everything is even more free on the internet
Like you
now.
can only assume that people weren't buying, you know, however much like the magazines were. They weren't going out and buying them when they could get whatever they wanted free on the internet.
I feel like this is more of a conversation of, just magazines. Like, does Cosmos still put out magazines?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, they do every single month. Like Vogue still does. But I think a lot of it has transitioned to online.
It must be mostly online, yeah, because why? I'm not buying magazines.
Yeah, like even like I asked myself, like Time magazine, like I think Time still comes out with a magazine, but I'm sure their sales online are way higher than they are like in print.
But Time, I think the demographic of Time magazine is a little bit different in that those people are still willing to buy magazines.
Oh my God.
Playboy is just dudes looking to look at women who are
This is
naked.
true.
You can find it so much easier, guy.
Yeah.
and men have realized that.
Yes.
So I'm sure they're not doing well.
Yeah, like I just feel like it was probably coming to an end, the heyday. So like,
The heyday of Playboy.
the heyday of Playboy.
Oh, God.
Shelly has a birthday party. She's turning 27. And okay, like that birthday party is very much so over the top.
14-year-old Devin would
That
have
was
loved that birthday party.
hilarious.
It was all bras and just,
Yeah, all boobs and butt. That's pretty much what it was.
nothing else. So Shelly's turning 27.
Yes, 27.
Question, what is the maximum age you think for a Playboy bunny? Not the oldest, but like what do you think is the, okay, now you're on your way out kind of thing?
Like I'd say like 40.
Whoa,
Oh no, is that
Sarah!
too much?
Oh my God, I'm going to do some crazy math
Oh,
for you right
okay,
now. Because
okay.
she's 27.
Yeah.
And they say that that's 59 years in bunny
years. Okay, like I think they're actually meaning a real bunny.
Which means, wait, a real
like a
bunny?
real bunny rabbit.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
What? No.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Did you think they meant the animal?
Yes. I did. But I guess I was really wrong.
Oh my God, that's amazing. No, I don't think, now you're making me question myself. I'm quite sure they're not. No, there's no way.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay, now I gotta Google. How long do bunnies live?
I don't think 59. But like it's kind of like dogs, you know, like every 7 years, like 1 year is like 7 years.
Yeah, no, bunny rabbits live only until they're 9. So that math absolutely doesn't work out.
But how fast do they age? Like dogs, every year a dog's life is like around 7 years, right?
So rabbits only live till they're 9.
Right.
So if she's 27, that would be like 145 in bunny years.
Yeah, but maybe it's
Could be
not
only-
divisions of 7.
Right, it wouldn't be because
No, exactly. What is
because
it?
bunnies live 9 years.
Yeah. Math is not my strongest.
Okay, Sarah's not picking it up.
I'm not.
Oh my God. Okay,
So what did they mean then?
So they meant that if you're a 27-year-old Playboy bunny, you're really like nearing your 60s.
Oh, okay.
Closing in on retirement, right? So
Okay.
then I wanted to do the math.
Okay, so well then maybe I'm going to say 35 then instead of 40.
Right, okay, because here's how the math works out. If you can be, and this might feel gross to some of our listeners, and yeah, probably is, but you can become a Playboy bunny at the age of 18.
Gross, 'kay.
Legally. Yeah, gross, whatever. Which means that every bunny year is equivalent to 6.55 normal human years.
Oh my God.
So even if you're 24, that's like 40 as a Playboy bunny. You're midway through your career. So you said, hold on, you said,
I said 35.
let's say you're 35. 35, but that means that you've been a Playboy bunny. Right, okay. Yeah, 111? That can't be right. We're both horrible at math.
Yeah.
So, Shelley gets kicked out of the Playboy house, though.
Yeah, she leaves the Playboy mansion and she is living in her car. And a cop stops by and he says that she has to get out of her car and take a breathalyzer. And he tells her to blow on this. And she thinks the cop is asking him to give him a BJ.
You found it funny? Okay.
Well, I mean, like, the movie does a good job, I think, at balancing sex jokes and then on the flip side, feminist jokes, right? Like, I'm sure some people could say there's degrading jokes and like things like that in this movie. And yeah, there are. I mean, the whole thing is about Playboy bunnies. Like,
one particular Playboy bunny.
Yeah. So, but I think it does like a pretty good job, all things considering, like of balancing them both, right?
Fun fact, the Alliance of Women Film Journalists
Okay.
nominated this. You already know what I'm going to say.
No, I don't.
They nominated this movie in their Hall of Shame.
Okay.
Probably for jokes like that.
And so she spends a night in the drunk tank and she gets out, still dressed in her attire that she left for the mansion in. Always in very short,
scantily clad.
Yes, everything. And very high heels. I could never walk in those. And so she's sitting on the curb and putting makeup on. And 3 girls are walking behind her. And she watches them and she follows them because they're talking about a party. And
they also appear to be very blonde, beautiful.
Yes.
Maybe a
that's
little bit,
a good catch.
Kind of, I wouldn't say Playboy bunny-esque, but the type of humans that Shelley hung out with in her past life as a Playboy bunny. So she's like, hey, maybe my people are here. And she finds her way into a sorority house.
And asks straight up to live there. I don't think that's how that works. So the girl, Sandra, blows her off. And she overhears like a group of ladies talking about being house mothers and, the things that they do. And so she says she's going to become a house mother. Again, I don't think that's how that works. And then the one lady's so nice to her, comes up and says that, oh, you should go see Zeta because they need a house mother. Like, right place at the right time, right?
Absolutely. So she goes over to Zeta and it's very apparent why they need a house mother because their sorority is impending on closure.
Impending doom.
They can't get any new sorority sisters. Is it fair to say they're all kind of lame and not cool? They're not popular.
They're not popular, and I think the movie kind of shows that in order to be popular, you need to be beautiful and social, and they're a little bit. I guess the movie portrays them as misfits, right? They're a little bit more nerdy. Yeah. They're not.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Not the status quo of what society wants you to be, right?
Yeah, and we do kind of have a nice little arc that we go through of them becoming beautiful, maybe becoming vapid, and then coming back down to, you know what? It's what's inside that.
Yes, like I said,
guys.
it's through all of this like comedy and silliness, it's a good message.
There's a good message. It's
it's there,
So I did a quick little bit of Googling.
Okay.
I was never in a frat. To my knowledge, there are no house fathers at frat houses.
Yeah.
But house mothers actually do exist.
Do they really?
They really do.
We don't really have fraternities and sororities like as big as they do in the States.
So I found an interview that somebody did with a real life house mother.
Oh.
They said, how would you describe what it's like being a sorority house mom? She says, I live in a sorority house and every sorority house is different, but probably, and this sounds funny, about 90% of my job is just being there. They just want someone here to take care of things when they do arise. And she talks about how she oversees staff.
There's
sorority
staff?
houses have staff, I guess.
Wow.
There must be cleaning people and whatever. Helped plan menus, do the food orders.
Menus? They get food?
Shopping. Scheduling repairs and maintenance for the house. We must sound so ignorant to somebody who is actually in a
not
sorority.
at all. No,
We're
I don't think we
"Whoa,
sound.
How does this exist?
I didn't know. I'm learning something new today.
Oh, yeah, no. We don't know.
No,
We're learning
I think
things.
it's really neat. Like I had no idea.
And you know what? We do have a lot of international listeners that but there are probably a lot of people who have no idea of this, right?
Yeah. So yeah, coming back to the whole house mother thing, I want to know, like I said earlier, like I don't think it's that easy to just like walk in and say like I would like to be your house mother. Like, do you think that she would have to go through some sort of a background check or application forms to become a house mother, or have been an alumni at the place to become a house mother? Like, I feel like there's some things that she would have to do in order to become a house mother at a sorority.
Definitely. I mean,
Yeah.
especially because the sorority is registered with the school. But Sarah, you're forgetting we are living in rom-com land.
No, I know.
Anna Faris can walk into any business and do anything she wants.
This is true. This
all right?
is true.
And she's going to get the guy. Spoiler alert. Hey, spoiler alert. She's going to get the guy at the end. She's going to get the guy at the end. All right?
She does. However, I just, had to poke a hole there because as I'm sitting there watching it and she's like, oh yeah, I'm the house mother now. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't know if they actually made you the house mother, like officially, like you're now attending meetings and stuff.
She kind of forced her way in. They decided to hire her. We need to speak about the most iconic moment from this movie.
100%.
Which is that she sits down with all the sorority girls. She convinces Emma Stone's character
Yes.
to like, hey, I'm going to be the house mother. Reluctantly, they say yes. After she does some yoga in the front yard.
And brings all the boys to the yard.
All the boys came to the yard and they're like, oh my God, this lady's our ticket to popularity, and popularity will get us more sorority sisters, so we
Yes.
got to bring her in. They sit down and she's like, all right, what's everybody's name?
Oh my God. Yeah.
My favorite thing about this movie.
This is like, is this your best scene?
This isn't my best scene,
'Kay,
but it needs to get its spotlight.
So I'm really happy because this is my best scene.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. No. You were doing a great job. Go ahead.
Emma Stone's character, Natalie, introduces herself. And every time somebody says their own name, Shelley growls it. Natalie. Kat Dennings is like, my name's Mona. Mona.
That's Lily, also, by the way.
Lily.
And this here is Harmony.
Harmony.
And Carrie Mae.
Carrie Mae.
And then Joanne over there.
Joanne.
And that's her way of remembering people's names. She just like, duh, like a death metal band lead singer.
Oh my God.
She says their name.
Yes.
Ashley. Yeah, it's great. I friggin' love it.
Oh, it's honestly, it's like it is my best scene. Do you do anything weird to remember people's names?
No, I'll say the names out loud. Like if it's somebody who I consciously need to remember, I'm horrible at names.
Oh, see, I'm okay. Like I am weirdly good at remembering people's names. I used to work at a kids camp, and I was the lifeguard there, and there were like new kids every single week, and so I always had to remember all their names, and so I just became really good at remembering
There is
people's
no
names.
possible way I would remember kids' names at camp. You know what somebody showed me just this past week?
What?
Anytime somebody says something to him that he needs to remember, he moves the ring from his normal hand to his offhand, so that every time he notices that his ring is on the wrong finger, it reminds him, oh, right, I've got to send that email to Jeff or whatever it happens to be.
Interesting.
Very interesting. I don't know if it's going to work in practice, but I just moved my ring to my other finger, and it felt horrible. I hated it. So presumably that'll work out.
So not only is part of her job to try and help them get pledges, but also help them with their philanthropy. Emma Stone's character, Natalie, comes up with some really interesting ideas for their philanthropy. I will talk about her character later on because it's truly special. One of Shelley's ideas is a car wash. And so it does bring all the boys to the yard again because Shelley's on top of the hood and she's trying to wash her car. And the girls come out and they really don't know what to do. They're still kind of just, I feel like they're a little bit socially awkward because they really haven't had a chance. I don't even think majority of them have talked to boys. And one of Natalie's crushes, or her crush, comes up, Colby, and talks to her. And I don't know why she decides to wet her pants.
Well, she does it because Shelley is like, oh my God, our tops are so wet.
Yeah.
And then She thinks the natural next thing is to be like, oh, and my pants are wet too.
It's like literally the worst thing you could possibly do.
Very embarrassing. Yeah, wrong move.
Like I actually had like a large amount of secondhand embarrassment for her in this moment. And then of course Mona goes and turns the water on more, and Natalie's character sprays him in the face. So strike one for Natalie. Okay, so I'll talk about Emma Stone now. Is Emma Stone not your favorite part of this movie?
Like, what a loaded question, Sarah.
I know.
Because you know that Emma Stone is on my Mount Rushmore of rom-com greatness.
Correct.
No, though. I don't think so.
Like, literally the most awkward to watch.
She's just very uncomfortable. But, like, she plays it off really well. She plays that character so well.
That's what I mean. Like, she is so good that she is so awkward.
Yeah.
That I have to like her in this.
Like, I'm not attracted to her,
No.
but I kind of want to help her out. I want to be her big bro. You know, I want to support her. I want to, like, hey, like, are you doing all right? Is your mental health okay? You know, like, you know, there's no
I'll be a shoulder to cry on.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm here
like,
for you.
Are
Supportive.
are you being supported? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like I part of me was like, oh my God, I hate her character. But then I was like, is it that good that's why I like
100%.
find her character so awkward?
Yeah. And she's so sweet and so pure.
She is. So Shelley convinces all of them that it's time to go out to the bar and be social. She convinces them to do karaoke, and the mean sorority house puts on Like a Virgin, and they sing it, and they dub over the actual words for really terrible, rude words. I didn't love this scene. I was like, oh, I felt so bad for them.
It was very, like, Mean Girls-y, but Mean Girls even, like, that was, like, funny. This was just like, oh, like, this is horrible. You're being bullied.
Totally. Yeah, they totally were. Catherine McPhee, she sings during this. She's the one that gets really into it. She's the pregnant one. She gets really into singing Like a Virgin. Which I think is, like, ironic because, okay.
Because she's
pregnant.
Clearly not. Easy jokes, guys. This is not... None of these jokes in this movie are going to fly over your head,
If I'm
I
being
promise.
honest, I just got it.
What? Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
As I'm making jokes that it's so easy.
Yes. As I said it, I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Like, that's why that's ironic. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Sarah.
I know. Sometimes. I know.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, and then it is the classic rom-com montage of the makeover scene.
But here's the
Ooh.
thing.
Yeah.
Normally, in, like, a glam-up montage,
Mm-hmm.
you make the main character really, like, beautiful and sweet, but, like classically beautiful. We're
Yes.
basically just sluttying up all these girls.
100%.
Is it? Is that okay to say?
Yes.
All right.
So
I found that really funny.
They're basically... Shelley's telling them that they need to be the hottest on campus in order to get pledges, because that's what Shelley thinks, right? During the makeover scene, like, Shelley says that feeling good on the inside is all about looking good on the outside. And I just have to say, like, that is so superficial.
That's horrible. We had to have this big
yeah.
rise up to the top of the mountain only for them to, spoiler alert, inevitably fall off the mountain. One funny line from this area, though.
Okay, yes.
Oh, I think we might be talking about a different line.
Oh, really? Okay, what's your line?
Well, it's like, so then they, like, want to plan a party, and she says, put Vaseline on the contours of your abs so that the light catches them. And I'm like, damn, like, that might actually be good advice, Shelley. Like, all of her other lines are all BS.
I know.
But that actually makes sense to me.
So one of my favorite lines in the movie is the eyes are the nipples of the face.
Whoa, I missed that.
Whoa,
Sorry.
really?
The eyes are the nipples of the face?
Yeah, so they're at the mirror and they're doing their eye makeup, and Shelley says, okay, we're gonna, work on, like, makeup. You have to remember the eyes are the nipples of the face. And I just died. I was like, oh my God, that's
Anna
such
Faris's
a funny...
lines in this are spectacular.
Yeah, so that's the line I thought you were gonna talk about, because like, that's just absolutely absurd. And
Question.
True.
How many more Shelley Anna Faris lines do you have highlighted?
You know what? I don't know. I feel like as we're talking about it, they're coming to my mind.
Okay, because I have
yeah.
3 more highlighted.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
I'm excited. Okay.
move
Do you
on.
want to, like, talk about them now?
Oh, no. They're coming
okay.
up in
Okay,
a big
good.
way.
So the girls are beautified and they're walking arm in arm on campus. And I think I know where a specific meme has come from. The meme where the girl and the guy are walking and the guy looks back and the girl is pissed.
Yeah.
This is, if you
No, it's
watch,
not in this
No,
movie.
But if you watch the scene, this is what happens. I am not kidding you. And the guy's wearing a green shirt too. It happens really quickly. And I was like, oh my God, that is where that meme is from. Oh my God. Yeah. So you have to watch it. You have to rewatch it, Devin. And so Shelley actually comes up with a really good idea for their philanthropy. A calendar photo shoot.
Is this a good idea?
Well, I think it's a good idea. You don't think it's a good idea? I mean, it's a slutty calendar.
It is a slutty calendar. Do you remember what some of the guys
Your
said?
prime
while they were...
demographic. Okay, that was disgusting.
Right. One of the guys wants to purchase 2.
She's like, everybody's buying 2.
In case the pages
Gross.
get stuck together, which is very uncomfortable.
No.
I mean, it was kind of a funny joke, but like,
It's gross.
It's gross.
However, I mean, like, yeah, okay, the slutty calendar, but it makes money. If you wanted to make money, it's a good thing.
Oh my God, Sarah.
No. Like, not people make money.
No. I'm saying, like, you are normally the moral compass of the show. Are you saying?
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
That you agree with them getting a calendar because it makes money? We're bringing Sarah over to the money side.
No, I
I'm
feel
normally
like-
the money over everything.
Yeah, I know. I feel like
We're breaking down your character.
I don't want to do it now.
Remember the episode where we were talking about selling panties for money?
Yeah, that's gross.
Okay, that's still gross?
Yeah.
All right, we'll revisit it in a month or two because you seem to be coming over to the Devon side of...
Okay, I renege.
I don't know. You already said it. So anyway, let's move on.
Okay, so then the cute part of their philanthropy, their other half of what they're doing, and the money's going there, which is, now that I think about it, a little weird.
What's
the
that?
money from their slutty calendars are going to the retirement home.
How's that weird?
Well, it's not weird. It's just really funny.
Okay.
Yeah, so they go to the retirement home to volunteer. Oliver says, oh, there's going to be a dance. I find it so funny because they're already playing music and, like, I don't know, there's some cute little old ladies dancing. And Shelley goes and changes the song. And, like, no offense, but the old folks don't know how or what to do with that type of dance music. Like, they're used to swing music.
But there are now pretty ladies
This
in
is true,
the
I
retirement
guess.
home,
Yeah.
so all's fair. And we are being introduced to Oliver, who is played by Colin Hanks, who is... Shelley's obsessed with this guy. She wants him bad.
Yeah, she does.
Is Colin Hanks attractive?
I don't think so.
Is it because you don't like his character on Life in Pieces?
No, see, I actually love his character in Life in Pieces. I actually have that written down.
Life in Pieces. I believe it's all on Netflix. Great show, by the way.
It is really, really good.
Get into it.
It is. It kind of goes back to the house, like the Zeta house, and we see Joanne in her brace, and this is the scene where they I'm sorry, I don't think I can get through it because it's this absurd.
Is this the running scene?
Yeah.
This is the most absurd scene.
This is the slow-mo run of her brace falling off.
So the thing is that nobody explained the brace for the entirety of the movie. There's just this character who has a giant brace like through her torso.
Yeah.
And then eventually Shelley goes up to her. She's like looking at a dress and Shelley's like, "What's the deal with your brace?" This character Joanne's like, "Oh, like, you know, if I take the brace off."
You know, if I took it off, I wouldn't even know what would possibly happen. My spine could be like a noodle. And whew, no, I'm really good. I'm good. Thanks.
Literally half a scene later, there's this guy running down the sidewalk and she decides to run after him. And the brace just like comes off. It's this really over dramatic, magical moment.
It is so funny. She's like slow-mo running, like, and it's all just like inspirational music. And it's just like, she's like basically won a marathon.
Yeah. It's very like stereotypical romantic comedy in that like this plot line doesn't matter until we need it to matter, and then we're like, all right, let's explain the brace and then get her out of the brace.
Yeah.
All in a matter of 30 seconds, okay?
Yeah, we don't need the brace anymore. It's served its purpose.
We need one more hot person? Okay, let's get the Willis chick to run down the street and lose the brace, okay? And she's actually beautiful, too, is the most annoying part.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous.
Shelley finds out that Natalie is a virgin. And so they decide to have a party to sacrifice her virginity.
This is my best scene, actually.
Is it really?
This is my best scene.
Okay, so you go ahead.
Coming into this party, she tells the girls a great piece of advice. She says, boys want what other boys want. She also says, boys don't like girls that are too smart. But she's basically glamming up Shelley for this party. And at this point, so the Aztec virgin sacrifice party scene, at this point in the movie, I think we've tipped the scales fully to the dark side. All the Zeta sorority girls, they're looking pretty hot. They're bursting with popularity. Everybody's at this party. And it's also just for me the absurdity of like, we're going to toss Emma Stone on a raft that's going to be carried onto a stage so that we can dunk her into a fake lava slip and slide thing and sacrifice her because she's a virgin.
I've never seen anybody get sacrificed before. That was so hot.
I mean, I don't know anything about Aztecs, or their culture, but I mean, I do know that I had fun.
Yeah, I don't know anything about them either, so that's awesome.
Did any of what I just said make sense?
No.
Should it make sense?
No, I don't think so.
Like, you think that Natalie's character wants everyone to know she's a virgin, and Mona's character, she was like angsty. She hated Shelley. Now
Feminist.
she's on the vapid train, guys. She is down.
Yes, I do love, though, during this scene, Mona is doing research, asking guys questions on if she were to stand there making an annoying sound for 5 minutes, would they let her in hopes of getting with her? And he said yes.
Which is fun. It's still like her character is still kind of like...
Yeah, feminist,
yeah,
angsty.
But it's flying out the window fairly
definitely,
quickly,
I agree. But I did laugh when that happened. I was like, that is a really funny, that's a funny scene. So after the Aztec party, Shelley goes on her date with Oliver.
So I have a few lines from this date that Shelley says that I like.
Okay.
Let's start off with that because they start off in the street and at a certain point she's like, oh, like I think I dropped some money over here because there's...
The other day.
Yeah, the other day. Like you just remember change that you left it on the street.
Oh, wait here for a second. I think I dropped some money over here the other day. I just don't know wherever could it be. Maybe it's over here by this manhole.
But it's because there's a manhole that's blowing steam and she tries to do the
Marilyn Monroe.
The Marilyn Monroe.
White dress.
My dress is flying up. Basically, she burns her underside with all the steam.
Oh, big time. That would hurt so much. I think I would not continue on the date. Like, your hole underneath is blistered.
Have you ever had that happen to you? Okay.
I'm just assuming because it feels like it would hurt.
Yeah, it looked like it hurt.
That's what I mean. Like, oh, God. So they get to the restaurant, and she's all ice packed up. Her legs, they're blistered. So one can only assume. But I have to say, sometimes I find that Anna Faris sounds a bit like Jennifer Coolidge. Like the way she said, I like the word manhole.
Who knew steam can be hot? I wonder what they did when Marilyn Monroe did it. They probably added soothing botanicals to the steam rising from the manhole. I like that word, manhole.
Hey! Yo! Manhole.
Right?
Yeah.
Like there are a few times in this movie, this one especially for me, that I was like, oh my God, this sounds like Jennifer Coolidge.
It's very like breathy. It's, manhole.
Sensual, right? Like manhole.
So,
I can't do a good job, I can't do that.
Are you saying that I'm doing a better Jennifer Coolidge?
Yeah,
than
you might
are?
be. Yeah.
So this date with Shelley and Oliver. So she's really trying to play her same old tricks of just being overly sexy to this guy and hoping that it works.
Yeah.
She says a few really funny lines. She's looking at the menu and she says, instead of the mahi-mahi, can I just get one mahi, please? Then he orders a piccata and she's like, ooh, piccata. That's another word I like. Sounds like hada. I like to rhyme.
Yeah, like she's never been on a date with somebody who cares more about looks.
Yeah.
Right? Like intelligence and conversation and intellect. He cares about that a little bit more than just how she looks. And so the girls do help her after this date because, let's be honest, the date was a whole disaster. The girls help her realize that Oliver wants to have an intellectual conversation. So she starts going to classes and she starts studying in the library. It's really cute.
So there's actually one specific thing that I want to point out. And if you're rewatching this movie, watch out for it. They even have a flow chart for intelligent conversation topics.
They do.
There's a flow chart for history. She can talk about cave paintings or Chinese dictators. There's art. She can talk about Warhol. She can talk about psychedelics, religion, philosophy, 80s, 90s, 60s, pop culture, world views. Very interesting stuff. I enjoy the flow.
I like the flow chart.
The flow chart should get a vote of confidence. I like it. Would you actually talk about any of that stuff on a first date? Any of the things I just mentioned?
No.
Like,
although
hey,
you did on our very first date, you talked about a book you were reading.
Yeah, actually, there's now an Amazon Prime show
TV
about
show.
it, The Expanse.
Yes, but you did totally nerd out on our date.
I feel like you said, "Hey, what are your hobbies?"
No,
And
I
I'm
know,
like,
I liked
"Actually,
it.
I happen to be reading this book.
I'm literally married to you. Like I liked it. Like I liked it. I am also a nerd. Like.
Don't need to explain yourself.
You don't,
Devin.
yeah.
It worked. Ladies and gentlemen, the nerdy book worked, okay? I bagged the chick. So Emma Stone, you do you in this movie,
yeah,
okay?
Girl.
Let your nerd flag fly. Anyway.
So Hef calls Shelley.
Yeah, so Shelley she's about to go back into the Zeta house. And meanwhile, the Zeta house, they have all the rushes. They have, they have their prospective sorority girls.
Yes, and side note, this is after her second date with Oliver has gone terribly.
Yeah, she tries to be too nerdy, makes another embarrassing fool of herself. Yeah. So she's feeling pretty down on herself, and she wants to come home to the Zeta house, just being catty, horrible people. They're going through pictures of girls being like, I don't know, like they're making fun of some girl's nose.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Terrible.
Meanwhile, she gets a call from Hugh, and he says, hey, I'd love to have you back at the house. We want to make you the centerfold for November. She says, no, you know what? My place is here. At the same moment, the girls are realizing, oh my God, we've turned into these vapid people who we hate.
Yeah.
Shelley walks in the door, and they immediately all blame her. Really, really sad. And Shelley kind of just hits them with a, you know what, guys? I'm just going to go. I wish you all the best.
Yeah.
Then she ends up going back to the Playboy house.
Hugh welcomes her back into the mansion, and the girl who conspired against her gets kicked out.
Get out!
Get out! Marvin is still mixing his cocktails, and life is all back to normal. And the girls at the Zeta house decide that they're going to be half themselves and half Shelley. Because they like half of what they've turned into, I guess.
I don't know if it's really the
I'm just
perfect
kidding,
image we want. No, you're not wrong, right? They're like, wow, we turned into vapid, horrible people. Let's just be 50% of that.
or maybe they're saying, a balance. We like that we've kind of, become more social.
We want to be more popular, but we don't want to be horrible about it.
They want to stay popular, but they don't want to be bullies. So let's be like half and half.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought that was funny because like they were like changing their hair colors or like taking off their fake eyelashes, and I was just like, guys, focus on the inside. You were bullies.
Right.
Don't go back to not being bullies.
Exactly.
And so this is kind of where near the end of the movie, the Zeta house is still not saved, but they have their 30 pledges. They decide that they're going to pick 30 people, put out all the names in the jar and pick 30 people, and that's going to be their pledges. And so Lily goes to mail them, but the other enemy sorority house, that's what I call them, I can't remember their name, puts them in the trash because they tell some guy to go and chat up Lily, and Lily gets distracted and she puts them in the trash, and they get no pledges.
They have no pledges.
Which means that they don't get to keep their house. So after they discover that they're not going to have any pledges, they're going to lose their house. The girls come to the shoot where Shelley is shooting the centerfold for Miss November. And Shelley says, nope, we are going to save the house. So they go to the meeting where just so happens that it's that afternoon, and they go and they save the house, and Shelley makes an impassioned speech, which doesn't make a ton of sense. But the takeaway is that you got to love what's on the inside. They need 30 girls and they have 29, and the baby counts as a Zeta, and like the most ridiculous thing in life.
The baby didn't count as a Zeta, though.
That's what I mean.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
They didn't, because it's ridiculous.
This was a really great moment, though, Sarah.
You think?
Oh, my God. Shelley makes this impassioned speech.
Yeah, impassioned speech. Do you think it made sense?
About the important things of Zeta.
At the Zeta House, our new motto is be who you are. Because we're a family. We're a family that loves you on the inside.
And then,
yes.
in that moment, she's like, who's with me? Who's willing to be a Zeta? And random women from like, I'll be a Zeta, I'll be a Zeta, I'll be a Zeta. They're just popping up.
Kate,
and the one guy is like, we got 1, we got 2, we got 3, we got 4.
He started counting. Kate, you
it's like
have
an
to...
auctioneer.
17, 18, 19, 20, excellent, 21, 22, 23, come on!
So during this scene, there's one girl on the high balcony. She's dressed in like a little green like cardigan. She says she'll be a Zeta like 3 or 4 times. Yeah. You have to watch it because like I watched it and I was like, she's already said that she's going to be a Zeta.
Yo, I'd pull the same thing, though. They have no idea. I'm also a Zeta. Yeah, what he said.
So they finally get their 30 numbers.
Well, because the chick from The Rival... So
Cassandra's bestie / sidekick.
Yeah, like the second in command of The Rival sorority house. Is like, you know what? I want to be a Zeta. And it's the big dramatic, oh, my God. How could you betray me like that? And she's like, no, like, you're horrible. They're nice. I'm going with them. I'm paraphrasing the conversation. That's how it played out.
They get to win their house back, and the house mother of The Rival sorority punches Cassandra in the boob.
Yeah.
You can't miss that part. That's hilarious.
A little tit punch. You know?
Yeah. So they all go back to the Zeta house, and they're all super, super pumped. And Oliver is waiting for Shelley. The little bird joke kills me.
Yeah, so multiple times somebody says like, oh, a little bird told me this or that, and Shelley's character is like, a bird told you what?
I gotta meet this bird.
Yeah, and she has no idea that it's Emma Stone's character, Natalie, who's just like kind of been doing the like letting people know like, hey, like, you know, Oliver, she's back in town. Like, oh, a little bird told me. I gotta meet this bird.
So all in all, you know, the girls love themselves on the inside, and
Shelley ends
the
up
outside.
with Oliver. Yeah,
Shelley ends up with Oliver, and all is right in the world, in the sorority world.
The end. Question: do we think Oliver and Shelley end up together?
Yeah, I think so.
Really? You think that works out?
Yeah, I do. After 2 disastrous dates, both of which she like was completely not herself in both of them.
I don't
You don't think it works out? Why?
No, I'm just not vibing with them. I think she wants more of a Matthew McConaughey type.
No, see, I don't think she does.
I think she wants a little bit more like, yeah, let's go surfing today. Hey, you know, let's have some fun. Let's fly by the seat of our pants a little bit. I think Shelley needs a more adventurous guy than a dude who works at a retirement home.
No, I think like they both have a lot in common.
Really?
Not intellectually, but but their hearts. I think they share a lot in common in how they feel.
We forgot one thing.
Oh, okay.
There was another love story that we've touched on here and there.
Oh my God.
Natalie and Colby.
Colby, yeah.
Emma Stone's character. Mm-hmm. They end the movie with them kissing, and Natalie is being very much herself. She's being nerdy, and oh my God, Colby loves that. They're making proton and neutron jokes. Yeah. But they have the single most uncomfortable kiss in
awkward.
Any romantic comedy ever. I'm calling it right now. I love Emma Stone. I think she is one of the most beautiful human beings on this planet. That was a disgusting kiss. I hated it.
I think it
hated
was
every
her
piece of
first
it.
kiss.
Yeah, but like you didn't need to make it so uncomfortable. Okay, people have had smoother first kisses. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. There was no practicing beforehand there.
It was like, you know how you like double clutch on a kiss? She like quadruple clutched.
It was
twice.
awkward, I will admit.
Are we on to quick facts?
We are. Anna Faris chose to appear totally naked, though they only showed her butt and side of a breast on camera in one scene instead of using a body double. The reactions from the other actresses are genuine when she walks out nude.
So she's fully nude, and Kat Dennings and Emma Stone are looking at her nude.
Yes. She said, "It was my first nude scene and it wasn't supposed to be me. I had a body double and we had some complicating factors with her. It was sort of a last minute thing where I said, I'll just go ahead and do this." She also said that she felt like it was what her character Shelley would do, so she should do it too. Faris said that she broke her no nudity clause to do it.
Wow.
The movie came out about when Anna Faris wondered what happens to a Playboy bunny when they leave the mansion. At the last minute, the director told Anna Faris to do a funny voice as she was introduced to the sorority girls, and the iconic monster voice is what came out of her mouth. The shock on the girls' faces is very real. Anna Faris later did a clothed cover for Playboy, but her publicist wouldn't allow her to do it naked. Anna Faris got lip injections for her role, as she thought her character would have them. She also wore an industrial strength push-up bra to mimic the appearance of breast implants, which she did not have at the time. Anna Faris credits this film, along with her divorce with Ben Indra, as the reason she did get breast implants.
Wow.
Anna Faris worked out for 6 weeks before shooting began. At a 98-minute runtime, that's a new costume every 1.4 minutes for Anna Faris's character Shelley. That's approximately 70 outfit changes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who did the math on that?
Don't know. The actor who played Colby is Tyson Ritter, who is also the lead vocalist for the rock band The All-American Rejects. If you listen closely, you'll hear one of his band's songs playing in the background of almost every single scene he's in.
Whoa.
Some of the scenes were filmed at the Playboy Mansion. Anna Faris kept 5 pairs of Shelley's shoes and a bunny pillow after they were done filming. The movie was pitched 24 times before it happened. The name of the movie was almost I Know What Boys Like. The title was later changed to what we know it as now, The House Bunny. When Lily, Kylie Williams, is going to mail out the invitation envelopes to future Zeta members, the boy that distracts her says his name is Cole Trickle, which is the name of the character played by Tom Cruise in Days of Thunder in 1990. Beverly D'Angelo, Mrs. Hagstrom, was in Playboy in July 1994. She also played Ellen Griswold in National Lampoon's Vacation movies. Kylie Williams, who plays Lily in the movie, was in the band 3LW as well as the Cheetah Girls. Several House Bunny cast members went on to guest star on Anna Faris's sitcom Mom, specifically Colin Hanks, Charles Robinson, and Beverly D'Angelo. During Oliver, Colin Hanks, and Shelley, Anna Faris's date, she tells him that when voting, she would not take Simon's opinion into consideration, but would listen to Paula and Randy. This is a reference to American Idol in 2002, a reality show in which Katharine McPhee was a contestant and runner-up in season 5. The trailer for the movie features footage of a valet telling Shelley she needs to get a job. The footage was cut for the final film. The abbreviation for the sorority, ZAZ, is also used for Zucker, Abrams, and Zucker, the creators of The Naked Gun from The Files of Police Squad in 1988, Airplane in 1980, and other comedy films. Shelley mentions in one of the scenes that she once let Bob Saget grind on her as an act of philanthropy. Kat Dennings, Mona, used to be in a television series with Bob Saget called Raising Dad in 2001. Christopher McDonald, Dean Simmons, played Shooter McGavin in Happy Gilmore in 1996, which, of course, starred House Bunny producer Adam Sandler. While discussing philanthropy with Shelley, Natalie mentions Jurassic Park. Emma Stone's future co-star from The Help, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Anna Faris's now ex-husband Chris Pratt starred in Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Natalie's name in the original script was Maria.
Don't love it.
No. Natalie makes a reference to Austin Powers. Monette Mazur appeared in Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery in 1997 as a model. Anna Faris originally pitched to the writer that her character was a meth addict. They nodded their heads and said, or she can be a house mom at a sorority.
Honorable mentions.
Okay, so my honorable mentions are Emma Stone.
Okay.
Because she's so awkward. And my other honorable mention is the fact that Shelley cannot say the word philanthropy throughout this entire movie.
Oh, really? I never noticed that. Does she try multiple times?
Oh my God, Devin. Like, that's like a major part of the movie.
It's
she
huge.
literally cannot say philanthropy about 100 times. And it's amazing.
My honorable mention is, can you help me out with the pronunciation? Rumor Willis?
Rumor Willis.
Rumor Willis.
Mm-hmm.
It's Bruce Willis's daughter.
Yeah.
She's in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
She plays Joanne.
She does.
The braces. The body brace girl. She doesn't suck. I don't know what she's doing lately. I haven't really seen her anything, but like, I just wanted to point out that like, it's Bruce Willis's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She's not
and
half
Demi
bad.
Moore.
Yeah, and Demi Moore. Yeah, she's pretty good at acting. I mean, then again, in this movie, she wasn't really asked to do much. Just like be in a brace for a bit and then take the brace off and have people stare at you because you're gorgeous. But she pulls all those pieces off. So good for her.
Yeah, she does.
What should have been?
Okay, so my what should have been is, I remember saying to you before we watched this movie that it wasn't Colin Hanks who played the love interest, but I, for some reason, thought it was Luke Wilson, Owen Wilson's brother. And nothing against Colin Hanks, because I honestly think he was great in the TV show Life in Pieces, but I can see Luke Wilson playing this role. I totally forgot that it was Colin Hanks and not Luke Wilson. I was like 100% sure that it was Luke.
So it's funny that you think that.
Okay.
Because if you look at the character of Oliver, all we need is a moderately good-looking, pure-hearted retirement home worker.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luke Wilson could do that.
Right?
It's like 50% of male actors could do that giant. Probably not hard to pull off, no offense to Colin Hanks.
I think the chemistry, like, I don't think the chemistry was bad between the two of them. I mean, it was just like a little awkward because the dates were terrible. But I don't know, I just for some reason picture Luke Wilson.
Yeah, I could see it too.
Yeah.
And now, rewatchability.
Okay, so my rewatchability is as follows. Chemistry, 3. Storyline, 3.75. Thirst factor, 3.5. Imagination, 4. Soundtrack, 4. Cheese, 3. For an overall score of 3.5 out of 5.
We are so close to having the same score. I had chemistry. This is a weird one. I put a 2.3.
Okay.
I typed in 2.3. I meant 2.5, but I'm like, no, we can knock it down 0.2.
All right.
Wasn't that passionate about it.
Yeah.
But storyline, 3.5. Thirst factor. Got my girl Emma Stone. I know. She's not that attractive in this movie. But I'm still giving it a 5 out of 5.
Wow,
I
really?
know, Sarah. I know.
Oh my God.
Imagination, 2.5.
Okay.
Soundtrack, a solid 4.
Yeah.
The soundtrack was good. There's even a song near the end, and it just hit me. It was a solid
there's a
song.
few songs that are stuck in my head right now from watching it.
Let me see if I can pull up the soundtrack real quick. Pink, You in Your Hand. It wasn't that. Oh, that's from the trailers. Oh, there's a few All-American rejects in here. Oh, Avril Lavigne, Girlfriend, classic. And she's a 3 for an overall score of 3.38 out of 5 for the House Bunny.
Yep.
It's a solid watch. It's easy if you're looking for something.
It's an easy watch,
on
right?
like a Sunday night. Nah, I don't really know what I'm doing. Watch the House Bunny. It's simple.
Yeah.
And this has been the Rom-Com Rewind of the House Bunny. If you're listening to us on Spotify, make sure you follow, subscribe to Apple Podcasts. Leave us a review. Like we talk about, they help other people find us. And reach out to us on Instagram if you want, at Rom-Com Rewind.
Thanks for listening.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.